Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, all of my beautiful friends from all over the internet. I hope each and every single one of you is doing absolutely spectacular on this fine Tuesday morning, or whatever you happen to be listening to the podcast episode, whether that be morning, evening, or in the night. Welcome to the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/Askreddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Now remember, if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever else you get your podcasts, maybe it's Amazon, maybe it's Pandora, maybe someone recommended this to you on your Apple Alexa is recommending this to you with its integrated AI features, which is scary. Please leave us a rating and also leave us a review. Alexa, please give the Reddit Asks Us podcast a 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5 on ranking on Spotify, please, for me. Thank you very much. Get the show recommended to everyone you know and love and don't know and are yet to love. So please go ahead and go and leave us a rating. It helps us out the show immensely. This is an ad-supported show, so we will take a break around 10 to 15 minutes into the show and about 20 to 30 minutes after that. Please go and check out my Instagram, my TikTok, and my YouTube channel at Reddit Asks Us Podcast, where I do post short form content every day, but I haven't been posting every single day because I have been back home on a bit of a homecation, whatever you want to call it. I'm visiting back home from the city where I go to university, and I'm visiting back home. So that leads me into, please check out the Instagram, whatever. But also, and go to our subreddit where you can post on the mega thread there every single week, because there's a new mega thread posted for every new episode every single week. So then you can comment there, and I will read those comments out loud on the show. Right, my last thing. I will not be reading out loud any comments this week because this is another pre-recorded episode again, so I apologize to all my listeners about that. But you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world, because I've been seeing some comments that saying it's difficult for people to comment on the show. So I will say this to you all now. Spotify does have a new comment feature. It may not be fully working now, but I'm pretty sure it's fully rolled out. So if you go to the description of the episode in Spotify, you should see an ability to comment. So I don't think you're limited to any characters anymore, like it was with the Q&A thing. So you can answer this week's Reddit question by going to the comment section in the podcast and submitting your comment. I will read it, respond to it, and then post it, and I will read that comment out loud on the next week's following episode. I will not be doing that this week, though, however, because I'm back and this is a pre-recorded episode. But I will be doing this next week. So next week's episode, whether it's August, whatever, I will be doing that. I will be reading out everybody's comments again, because I can't wait to see everybody, and I really hope that Spotify fixes the stupid commenting thing. I don't understand. Anyways, enough of yap. Enough. Jeez, I spent the last 3 minutes yapping. This week's episode, as you can tell from the title, what is a secret that you think would shock everyone if it came out? Now, I'm not really one to tend to keep secrets, because to be honest, I'm actually terrible at keeping secrets. I just love to tell people about things. It's like I'm so bad at keeping a secret. Like, my roommate has no idea how difficult it was for me to keep a secret, because she was coming. She's been abroad for work, and she wanted to surprise my roommate, which is their boyfriend and girlfriend, because she was coming home for like a day or two, and she told me this secret, and I literally almost said it in just passing conversation. Like, I'm actually that terrible at keeping secrets. So yeah, you know that thing that I wasn't supposed to tell anybody? Yeah, I actually accidentally made an Instagram post about it. Darn. Crap. I know, I'm sorry. I accidentally tweeted it. My hands just got to as soon as my thumbs got to the keyboard, I just couldn't control them, and then I just blacked out. and then now so the entire world knows. I'm actually live tweeting this conversation right now, so I can just tell everybody how pissed you are at me. Anyways, first one comes from crazysim00_. I don't actually know what I'm doing at work. I have no qualifications or previous work experience in the field. I just wing it every day and seem to get results. I read this and I'm like, this seems so dangerous to me. Like, sure, okay, fine. It's like, yeah, I work like an office job, but he didn't say what he did for a job. Like, I feel like this is kind of important news here, or important information of what you do for a job. It's like, secretly, I actually have no idea what I'm doing at work. Isn't that crazy? Aren't you an airline mechanic? Like, shouldn't you know what you're doing? It's like, you know what? I'm just going to wing it. I've been winging it ever since. You know, I just kind of look at things, inspect them over, and just like, yeah, looks fine to me. Yeah, I play Airline Simulator quite a lot, so they never do repairs in that, but you know, it's fun, I guess. It's interesting. I just kind of went in there, made a passionate speech about my love for my airline mechanics, and they actually didn't even ask me any questions. So yeah, I feel like I'm home free on this one. The pay is great. I'm a little scared because a couple of the planes have crashed, but you know what? I think you have to take your wins with your losses, right? You have to look at the grand scheme of things. Okay, have you ever watched Mayday? They make it seem like the planes crash all the time. So I'm just kind of living with that. I'm just gonna kind of avoid the responsibility. Who says it's my fault? I'm only one person in a giant cog in the wheel. So you know how that is. It's like, yeah, we got a new repair in here for you. Yeah, I think it looks fine. Everything to me looks great. The pilot's like, well, the plane was rattling. It was shaking. I barely landed it. I had to issue a mayday call. We were telling the passengers to brace for their lives. Like we almost didn't make it. You know what? It's probably just a glitch. Probably just a glitch somewhere in there. I would just let it go. I would just keep running it. You know, run it till it just can't run no more. All right. And we'll take a look at it. You know, but you know what? It is 4:45. I am just about to get off here, and I think we're just gonna have to cap this one. I really don't think you should be concerned at all. Planes rattle all the time. You know, it's what happens. Planes are meant to rattle. You know, planes are meant to be unstable. The landing systems don't always work. It's, you know, this is a standard procedure. Edit, because so many of you are asking what my job is, I'll tell you. I'm currently the operations manager at the biggest sawmill in the area. The only job I had before this was washing dishes at a care home. I didn't lie on my resume. I guess they just liked me. What? Operations manager at a sawmill? First of all, I don't even really know what that is. Is that like I know what a paper mill is, or a pulp mill. It's like where they make paper from trees, I think. But I don't even know what a sawmill is. You're just the guy who's overseeing the wood shop class. You're just him. You're just like, you know what? It's fine. I wouldn't be worried too much about safety. Just kind of get in there, get your hands dirty. This is all about feet to the fire, okay? You're working in a sawmill. This is all about putting your feet to the fire in this job. It's dangerous, but let's look up what a sawmill is. What is oh my goodness, why can't I not type in my computer? What is a sawmill? Is a lumber mill for city where logs are cut into lumber. Oh, okay. So great. You're working around high power, dangerous equipment. And you're a manager there, so I'm assuming that you have the ability to hire and fire a lot of these people. So, no previous work experience is a qualification for you, is a prerequisite. Obviously, you were just washing dishes before this. Like, yeah, those skills are really translatable. Yeah, I'm working as a manager at a sawmill, and but you know what? I used to wash dishes, so yeah, I'm your man. Reply from Jackie Moon. This is me. It stresses me out so much, TBH. I got a position as a landscape manager, managing a landscape crew at a major resort in Hawaii. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I hate it so much. You hate it. Why do you do it then? I'm confusing. You're like, I have no idea what I'm doing and I hate it so much. Well, probably because you have no idea what you're doing is why you hate it so much. Everyone's complaining to you constantly and you're not making any changes. Like, we need new lawnmowers. They are not working. It's like, I don't know what a lawnmower is. I've never used a weed whipper, so stop your complaining. I don't know how to quit and desperately saying the words I quit. That's a pretty easy way to quit a job. It's just saying I don't want to work here anymore. Fuck. Desperately don't want to go back to working in a restaurant. No prior landscape experience besides my own yard, and hardly manage any managing experience. They still hired me because they were desperate, and my mental health is taking a toll because I'm worried every day that I forgot something or didn't do something correctly. Thank you. Oh yeah, this is just an edit. But like, bruh, it is not hard to quit a job. You just quit, and then now you have work experience in that area as managing. So I feel like it's not that difficult to get a job. Honestly, like, I feel like you've got some options. The options aren't closed. It's like, I've got a ton of managerial experience, but I don't know how to quit, and I just don't know how I'm going to get another job. I've done lots of jobs. I've tons of different work experience. I've had great stints at a lot of places that I've worked at. I've got great references, but I just don't think another job's in the cards for me. I don't know how to quit. What do you mean you don't know how to quit? You just quit. Like, next one comes from Luscious Kiss. I didn't pass my exam. I no longer have my scholarship, but I'm working to pay my tuition. I didn't pass. Like, what is this? Like, what kind of exam? Like, you just didn't pass one of your exams? I feel like if you didn't pass one of your exams, your university or post-secondary career is not just over. It's like, yeah, I just failed this exam, so. You know how that is. Guess I'm getting kicked out. Might as well quit before I'm ahead. Might as well do the hard work for you, do the dirty work for you. I guess I'm quitting school. It's like, well, what? No one. Why would you quit school? No one said you don't fail one test and quit school. That's not how university works. It's like, no, you can. I'm not really in this for semantics. Okay, I'm not really in this for the politics. All right, I know that post-secondary is filled with that kind of stuff, and. I'm just not looking to have that conversation. I understand what I've done, taking responsibility for my actions. I'll pay my tuition, to be honest, and more. I might tip the university. They gave me a pretty, it was okay. Gave me a pretty okay experience. It was average. But I think, I think I just have to give them a little tip, show them that I care, and that, I'll be working to become better in the future. It's like, you are literally fine. You are on the dean's list. Like, you are a good student. You failed one exam. That's like sometimes when people get like, I'm of course I believe that, you should do good, and if you're trying to do good on something, you should do good on it. You should put good effort into doing it. But sometimes, like, people, when they I don't always hold myself to that standard either. But I feel like some people, they get one bad mark or one bad grade, and it's just devastating for them. It's like, do you not understand? My life is over. It's like, it is one grade. Like, a lot of profs are actually just are normal people. A lot of them are chill. You can just go up and ask them, like, hey, like, can I do something to make up for this? Or is there a way I can get extra marks? A lot of profs, like, will be like, yes. It's like, nope, it's over. The door's closed. The door is absolutely closed, and there's no way I can re-enter. I guess I'm gonna go be homeless. I've already bought my tent, so I've already gotten ahead. I'm already eating out of cans. I'm eating only canned food. Like, okay, well, I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit here, and we need to be like, okay, well, the world's not over. You didn't really fail the exam. You didn't get the greatest mark, but there are a lot of avenues here you can take. I wouldn't just go right down the quitting route. I don't think that's going to be the best situation for you. It's like, yeah, I've already spent almost $100,000 on school. I'm really close to my last semester, but I failed that last test, and I'm quitting school. It's done. Not for me. After being in university for 4 years and doing 5 classes every single semester, in my last semester, I just decided, you know what? This is not for me. I failed that one test, and then it kind of made me think to myself, I don't know. I'm obviously not adequate enough, so I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna end this. I'm just gonna quit, because I'm obviously not cut out for this. It's like, what are you talking about? Next one comes from, it was crawling on my neck. Next one comes from MuckDuck30. You're in a pyramid scheme, Kathy. You don't own a business. Oh man, that's like the saddest thing when you see people from your high school and they just like clearly people you haven't seen from when you graduated high school, or people you just like haven't seen in a minute, and then you just randomly see them posting on their Instagram like, do you want to work from home every day and not feel like you've worked a single day in your life? Link in bio. Read my caption. It's like, bro, how do you not understand, like, this is a full-on pyramid scheme? Like, and not only is it a full-on pyramid scheme, you are the lowest on the totem pole, bro. You're not changing the world, all right? This is not a revolutionary business, okay? This isn't a share the wealth type of thing, okay? Your bosses are making, or I don't even want to, like, your overlords, your MLM overlords are raking in your money. It's like, you know what? No, they said that if I have ambition, tenacity, and I just work really hard, dedication, grit, and grind, and a system of grinding, you know, that 90% of my check will be returned. It will be returned back to me, but only if I earn it. Yeah. They listen to a lot of David Goggins. Okay, these people know what they're talking about. They realize that I need to do more than work to earn my check, to earn my paycheck. Okay, I need to go above and beyond. And they said that when they've decided that I'm at that place, that's when I'm gonna get my money. That's when I'm gonna get my dues, man. I'm gonna get mine, bro. Trust. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get my dues, and y'all are gonna be like, bruh, like, what? You know, this guy came up. You know, that's. And you guys are just going to be sad little losers, okay? You obviously didn't click the link in my bio, so you're never going to be rich like me, okay? So, yeah, how does that feel? It's like, bro, yeah, I swear, man. Like the guys who get into crypto and stock trading and stuff, and I'm like, dude, oh, this is so not... This is really not going to... I'm just going to let you know right now, this is not going to work out for you. You know, I think people weren't super high on crypto before Sam Bankman-Fried, but I think after Sam Bankman-Fried, the guy who was running the largest crypto exchange in the world, he's running the Ponzi scheme. I don't really think you have a lot of people's confidence after that. I really don't think you posting on your Instagram story for me to invest in poop coin is going to be a very good idea. Okay, I really don't think that's going to be. I don't think a ton of investors are going to be looking at that and being like, "Wow, this seems really stable." Unregulated currency that has absolutely no backing behind it, beside the word of the people who create it. This sounds like a gold mine. It is a gold mine, yeah, for the people who are starting it, but yeah, you're not. I swear, bro, you're not the one who's making money here, dude. Like, you're people who just run these like scams. It's just a straight up scam, dude. Like, we can all see that. It's like they post that Instagram story that's been deep fried and reposted like 1 million times. I'm like, dude, what? Like, they're commenting in people's comment sections on big Instagram pages like, look how I changed my life. It's like, all right, dude, that I really highly doubt that by the time you reach 25 years old that there's not you're not going to be living in the Western world, because there will be a warrant out for your arrest for stealing millions of dollars. I think that it's going to be difficult for you to find a place to live in North America, because the FBI is looking for you, dude. It's like, yeah, you know what? I just moved to Kosovo just because it's where I've always wanted to live. It's my dream spot. I've always wanted to live. No shade to Kosovo. I'm serious in this joke. All right. Kosovo seems like a really cool place, right? I know Albanians, all right, and it seems like a really dope place. I'm not gonna say it's not, but for this guy, I find it hard to believe that that's your dream destination of where you want to live in your entire life. Yeah, I grew up in California, LA, beautiful place, but you know what? I prefer Siberia. Yeah, I think I just am going to head over there and live it up, you know, just do my thing. Like, that's kind of what I'm all about, you know, just doing something different, you know, and living in an igloo for the rest of my life, because the FBI is actively looking for me. Next one comes from D.H. Harper. excuse me, some elected presidents and world leaders were actually gay, and their first lady and children were orchestrated for public image. What? No. That's crazy. That couldn't be true. Come on, bro. We know what's up. We've seen, there's a couple of politicians and we're like, really, bro? I don't really think you even need to be trying to convince us, dog. Like, we get it. It's too bad that we live in such a like homophobic society. It's kind of just like that information just shouldn't care. It's like the guy, he's like, you know what? I believe that we should have people supported in our society. And mental health is something that we need to start prioritizing, and we need to start building homes and providing support for people who live here, and making sure that every single person in our country thrives and prospers. And everyone's like, yeah. And he's like, and that you can be gay and be free and not have to worry about what people think of you. And then everyone just goes, boo, what? It's like you could have the best platform in some places, like, and then, or like, especially in the US, you could have the best platform in the world, and just as soon as you reveal the fact that you're gay, it's like automatically the race is over for you. It's like, really? This guy had like the best platform, you know, seems like a cool dude, but he's gay? No, he's gay? He couldn't possibly have good opinions if you're gay. Oh my God. The judgment on some of these people, and I'm not really referring to any specific politician, to be honest, so don't be reading into this like I'm referring to a specific politician. I'm just referring to the state of our society, that somebody could just be like, yeah, you know, I think she's really got their priorities straight, and it seems like they're really going to do something to turn the country around and help every individual live a better life. But not getting my vote. Not getting my vote. You want to know why? Because they like men. Couldn't have that. No, we absolutely couldn't have that. That's where we draw the line. All right, on how I care about their sexual preference. Yeah, that's my opinion about their sexual preference is really important to society. I think that we all need to be caring more about other people's sexual orientations. I think that really tells a lot about a person. It really does. Someone's sexual orientation. If you tell me your sexual orientation, I can tell everything about you. It's very telling. Yeah, you're obviously a terrible person. So, no, you're not going to get my vote. It's like a humanitarian all their lives. Like, it's like, what? Has absolutely no weight or bearing on who they are as a person. Like, that to me is so stupid. Like, how we have to hide this. Like, I mean, obviously makes sense because society's like screwed up and believes these terrible things about people. But it's like, really, that's what's holding us back. Like, if that's what's holding us back in our society, we are screwed. We are totally screwed if that's what's going to be holding us back from actually like progressing in society. Yeah, you know, we could build a healthy place for everybody, but unfortunately the candidate is gay, so not gonna happen. And then that's when Skynet takes over. Next one comes from Give Me Crack. What a aggressive username. This is humanity attempt. Oh, this is a nice little segue. This is humanity attempt number 23. We usually only make it to 1990, so this run is doing well. There are a lot of great reasons why I could think that this is we've been trying over and over and over again, where this is like some sort of alien simulation that we're living in, and we just like every time we screw it up, they have to keep going, and they're just kind of like, man, this is exhausting. Like, really? Like, they elected Donald Trump again? We've run this simulation like a million times. Why does this keep happening? Like, I don't understand. What's going on? How is he seems to be elevated or transcending above this simulation. There's something. Why is this happening? But this is not what we have designed this thing for, okay? We need to let things play out, but he seems to just keep coming back. All right? It's like, I'm inevitable, okay? I'm above the simulation. I bet he could say this at a rally and people would be like, fuck yeah, he's above the simulation. Get him on the ballot. It's like, holy crap. Okay, I didn't know we were going that far. But yeah, straight up though, I seriously would not. If I was told by like an alien entity or life force that we have been doing this over and over again until we get it right, and we haven't got it right, and they just make us watch our past attempts. I don't even know if that would be a humbling experience. I feel like people would just I swear that could literally happen, and people would just be like, okay, moving on. Let's you know what? I think we should. I don't know about everybody else, but we should have more fossil fuels, I think, after watching this. I think we should dump all of our car batteries in the ocean, I think. That was really interesting, really fun watch. You know, I'm glad the aliens decided to put it on Netflix for us. But I'm thinking we dump a bunch of microplastics in the ocean again. I need a little break from society, and nothing just hits like... You know, just throwing a couple old rusty cars in the river. Nothing hits like that. I swear, there's no more relaxing, rejuvenating feeling than killing off an entire species of fish in the ocean. I think it revitalizes me, you know. It really just brings the best out in me to do that. So we might keep on keeping on. Isn't that what they say? Next one comes from Tradition Past 4295. I never turned in my 4th grade writing assignment. I just stuffed it in my desk incomplete and ignored it. The teacher never said anything. I'm 38 and I think about it way too much. Really, you think? That's the highlight. Is this the highlight of your life? Is this like, not to make too much fun, but come on, bro. That's a secret that would shock everyone if it came out. Guys, I didn't hand in my 4th grade writing assignment. It's like, dude, we are 38. We have children, and we are trying to get them to hand in their writing assignments. I don't know why you don't drop this, dude. Like, no one cares. Our teacher from elementary school, who we did that assignment for, is dead. Okay, they died a long time ago. I really don't think you need to keep beating this dead horse. I think that you should just move on. It's like, but I'm just a bad person. I did this and I can't get over it. Okay, I can't get over the gravity of my actions. I've let everyone down. And I just don't know if I could go on. I just keep thinking about it. Dude, I don't even remember a single assignment that I did from the 4th grade. You want to know what I remember from the 4th grade? I remember reading a book about Greek mythology. That is it. And it wasn't even a book that was assigned. It was just like a book that I found on the shelf. And that's all I remember from grade 4. I'm sure I learned a lot. Okay, I'm sure I did a lot of assignments. I remember doing assignments. Do I remember any of them? Not a single one. Okay, I remember one of my friends and I reading about Percy Jackson, then the Lightning Thief. That is what I remember about my 4th grade experience. That is pretty much sums it up right there. So I definitely think it's like this guy's just totally has like obsessive compulsive disorder. He's just like, yeah, I can't stop thinking about that 4th grade assignment, and then it makes me nervous, and I start cleaning everything, and then I start just obsessing over these tiny little details and everything that I do, and everything has to be perfect. I clean my room like 40 times, and I can't get a good of it. It's like, bro, I think you need help, man. This is like a cry for help. This is not a... I think you need some... We need to get some coping strategies here. I think this is like on the road to recognizing that you've got a little bit of... I don't know what's going on here. OCD, ADHD, something. I think that the fact that this is weighing on your conscience this hard, and you're a grown person, I either your life is the least exciting life I've ever heard in my entire life, or there is some... We need to do some mental work here. We gotta do some coping strategies. We gotta do some what is it called? Cognitive behavioral therapy. You know, we gotta move past this. I think it's time. You know, it's like the therapist. He's like, we've been in therapy, you know, for years trying to work through this, and it keeps coming back to this 4th grade assignment. I don't know what's going on. I really don't understand why this is weighing on you so heavily. It's it does not matter. Like, we can move past this. Tell me a bit about your mom. Tell me a bit about your dad, about your family, your home life growing up. I think that maybe we should start there. Well, you're right. You're right. But see, the thing about that is if maybe I would have done that fourth grade assignment, maybe I would have been able to focus on my family a little bit more. Okay? Maybe it's the reason why I don't have a great relationship with my dad, or I don't have a great relationship with my family, because I didn't finish that goddamn fourth grade assignment. No, I cut myself off from my family because I did that. I knew they were never going to forgive me. So I cut the ties. I cut the ties before they had to be cut. I knew it was going to happen. I was going to be disowned. It's like, holy crap, dude. A reply from Big Arms, Big Gut. I once convinced a teacher she lost my book report that was due in the final week of the school year. She gave me a B+ on it, which kept my A in the class, and we all moved on. I was a good student. She liked me, and she knew I was working on the report, and when she told me I hadn't turned it in, she trusted me when I said I had. The next day, she told me she found it and graded it. At the end of the summer, when I was getting ready for the next school year, I found the report in the back of my binder. I had done it, and I probably would have gotten the grade she gave me, but I somehow misplaced it and thought I had turned it in. I was so torn on what to do. I felt like I should tell her, but also I felt like she would get in more trouble than I would for just making up that she found it. I kept my mouth shut and never told anyone. I'm 34, and I also think about this all the damn time. Bro, so you just gaslit her. Like, that's so funny. Like, I was like, I convinced my teacher. No, you just gaslit her into believing like that you completed assignment. It's like, no, teacher, I think something may be wrong with you. I handed in that assignment. I remembered it. I remember it clear as day. It's kind of concerning you don't remember this. No, like, you're wrong. I handed it in, okay? I actually did. And if you missed that, that's your fault. That is on you. I'm sorry, but it really looks like you are struggling here. I don't know how the board's going to feel about this little happenstance here within your teaching. I think that you might need an evaluation. I think I'm going to have to contact the superintendent. I'm going to say, as a student, I'm concerned. I am fully concerned for the mental health and well-being of my teacher, because she clearly has dementia. She's on early onset Alzheimer's. There is some problem going on here, because there is no way I would ever forget that assignment. Check my grades if you want to. Yeah, they're going to back up exactly what I'm saying. Straight A student. So yeah, do with that what you will. But no, I really think that you need you need an intervention, because this is a problem. All right. You even said that I could go home early today, and you don't remember that either, do you? You literally said I could go home early today and that I could have $50 out of your wallet, and you don't remember that? Really? That's concerning. Teach. I wonder what the superintendent's going to think about that. I wonder what the school board's going to think about that one. It's like, you're just secretly like just the most manipulative, like malicious person on the planet. Like, oh my God. Okay. Then I guess you did. Yeah. It's like, ever since then, I really haven't been able to have any stable relationships. No, it's, I don't know what it is. It's always a problem with other people. Other people just can't seem to get it right. I'm working hard as I ever could be in this relationship, and people can't seem to get their priorities straight. Can't seem to remember what the hell they're doing and what they said. Okay. My girlfriend literally told me cheat on me. She told me to cheat. She was like, I know you're not like, I know you're a wild person. Okay. I know you need a little bit of freedom, but I know you also want to be committed to me. So go ahead. I will allow you to cheat. And for some reason, this causes big arguments, but I'm like, you said that. You literally told me I could do that. Like, you literally said I could have the password to your bank account. Like, this is words coming from your mouth. So if you don't give me your bank account password, I seriously think that I'm going to have to call in an emergency. Like, I'm going to have to call in a doctor. There's something going on. Like, we might even have to put you in a home or something. This is bad. This is getting really, really bad. It's like he takes a shit on the floor and blames it on her. He's like, look at what you're doing. Like, she's like, ooh, like, that's really bad. That's really bad. Like, that doesn't, I eat pretty healthy. That does not look like me. He's like, no, this is what you've done. Look what you've done. You are incontinent. Okay, this is just, you don't understand what this is doing. Okay, this is taking a toll on me. So you just need to give yourself over to me entirely. All right? I make all the decisions now. I make all of the choices now. So give everything you own over to me. And then we can finally be happy as a couple. Finally, we can be happy. It's like, whoa, okay, I think this started a long time ago, my friend. Next one comes from KP Kennelly 229. I don't even know if that's how you say it. So many years ago, my husband and I were hosting family at our home. The plan was burgers and all the standard summer sides. Think fruit, salad, chips, ice cream for dessert. My grandma, for whatever reason, requested homemade potato salad. My grandma was a saint and didn't make outlandish requests often, if ever. So I did plan to accommodate her request. Unfortunately, life was crazy busy and leading up to the together date, and ultimately, I didn't have the time / energy / supplies to make homemade pasta salad. So instead of coming clean, I decided to run to the grocery store and that had a decent deli and get their loaded baked potato salad. That sounds so good. It was a little bit more elaborate ingredients-wise than the standard potato salad. I put it in one of our glass bowls with a lid and served it as my own. No one questioned it. Now, years later, my grandma has since passed. My family will request that I make homemade potato salad that grandma loved for potlucks. I don't have the heart to tell them it's store-bought. Bruh. Are you like terrified of your grandma or something? Like, no, I couldn't tell grandma that it was store-bought. I couldn't tell grandma that I just was planning a giant massive party and that it was taking up all of my time and energy and supplies and money and that I couldn't make one for myself. I couldn't tell grandma that. What? It's like, why not? Who cares? Is your grandma really that judgmental? Is she really gonna be like, you decided to invite me? All right, I decided to get out of my house and come to this little party, this little family get together. Because that's what families are doing. And I ask you one thing. I request of you one thing. Is to make a homemade fucking potato salad. And you have the audacity, the nerve to come up to me and tell you bought it from the deli? You bought it from the store? I can't even look at you. I can't even turn my body in your direction. My muscles are preventing me from even turning in your direction. My back is turned. You know what? This is the final straw. I've tried to be there for you. I've tried to support you through all of the things that you've done. And I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to give it one more chance. I'm going to go for this. Okay. I'm just going to, people deserve a second chance, a third chance, heck, for you, a fourth chance for you. People deserve another shot. But after this, you've shown me your true colors. This is unacceptable, utterly unacceptable. I am more than disappointed. I am devastated. Never speak to me ever again. All I wanted was a homemade potato salad, and you bought one from the fucking deli. What? I failed. I failed as a grandmother, obviously. I've completely and utterly failed. There's no redemption. I'm going to hell because of what you did. Okay? How does that make you feel? It's like, what the heck? Why was your grandma who cares? All right? You weren't able to make it. So what? You were like organizing a massive party. You need to cut yourself some slack, dude. I swear to God, I don't think I've ever organized a party and like to the extent that like I was cooking everything and that like I know people who've done that. Okay? And no, like everybody kind of collectively agrees when someone's hosting a party that the last thing that you should do is complain. Because it's like, oh, well, why don't you fucking host the party then? Okay? Why don't you slave over this food for an entire weekend so I can make everybody else happy? Why don't you go ahead and do that? Like everybody kind of collectively agrees that's like the worst person at the party is the person who's like, wow, didn't like the table settings. Really? You went with just purple? Kind of boring. You know that they sell patterned tablecloths, don't you not? That are like, you can reuse them. You don't have to be so wasteful in the environment. Okay? It's like, thank you. Thank you for that criticism. I'm going to take that and really make a difference going forward. You know what? I'm going to task you with coming up with all the things that you hate about this party. And why don't you go ahead and do that? And I'll let you know when the party's over. Okay? I'll let you know when we're packing things up. And you can just let me know at the end of the night. Just let me know at the end of the night all the things that were not up to your standards. Okay? Because that's why I hosted this party. I hosted this party to please you. I hosted this party because I needed your approval. And that's I've been striving for that ever since I was born. I just can't. I need your validation. That's why I host parties. I don't host them because I'm trying to get family together and build connections and make memories. No. I'm way more shallow than that. I just need grandma's approval. If I don't get grandma's approval, if I don't get grandma's stamp of approval on this party, might as well just never speak to any of my family members ever again in my entire life. Because what does it fucking matter if grandma didn't give it the seal of goddamn approval? Fuck. Grandma. Oh. I just can't. I don't think I could go on. That's crazy, man. Like, I feel like it's like, someone replied, Horsebag replies and goes, what if the store closes down? Like, yeah, like you're kind of screwed. And then they were just like, well, you'll have to change the recipe. It's like, what if everyone's like, this one sucks? Like, go back to the other one. And you're just kind of like, you know what? No. It's like, don't you know how to make it? Isn't it like, you have the recipe for the old one, don't you? Like, can't you just make that one instead? This one actually kind of made me sick. Like, I actually think I kind of got sick from this. I think you left it out for too long or something. I don't know. I think I got like a salmonella or something. Can you just go back to making your old one? You know what? No. I think everything, change is important. We must embrace change. We can't live in the past. Okay, we're not gonna be living in the past and reliving old dreams. Okay, this is the new potato salad, and everybody is going to accept that. It's like the potato salad from Friends. Did you guys ever see that? The episode of Friends where I think it was, who made it? Was it Rachel or something? She got these random mixed, like these recipes mixed up, and the potato salad had like potato chips in it and like gummy bears and ground beef. It's like, I don't think this is supposed to go together. I don't think the eggs are actually supposed to be green. Like this looks inedible. The smell alone. We always have mosquitoes and bugs. I've seen a wasp fly into the party and drop dead because of the smell of this goddamn potato salad. Like, this is terrifying. I'm scared of this. I think it's coming alive. I think it's actually growing arms and becoming a sentient being. Next one comes from Far Investigator 9251. The amount of information that our own U.S. government tracks and keeps us forever. Well, I'm Canadian, but still, I bet the U.S. government like has more information, like, or has just as much information on me as a Canadian citizen than they do on the Americans. Like, I wouldn't even doubt it. Like, I straight up, like the whole surveillance thing it's like, I mean, yeah, it's. I swear I've been to the States on vacation a bunch of times and just like for visiting and stuff, and I swear they must have built up a profile on me. They have to have. And it's like, well, with all that information, I feel like you guys might know my perfect match. How about we turn the FBI and CIA, Canada, we have CSIS. Why don't we turn this into a big dating service? You guys obviously have more information collected on everybody than any one organization. So how about we use this as a little matchmaking thing? What if the U.S. government came out and did that? They were just like, well, you know what? Everyone knows we're living in a surveillance state. And we have information collected about every single person, citizen or not. And we don't really know what to do with this information because it is a lot. So head over to match.gov. All right. Head over to love.gov. All right. You want to find love? Ask the gov. Okay. And we're going to find your perfect match. Government surveillance certified. Your perfect match is waiting for you. Love.gov. Sign up now. You don't even have to sign up. They just do it. They just like the FBI just comes to your door and drags you to your perfect match. It's like, oh, Thanks, FBI. Here's my wife. Thanks, CIA, for hooking me up on this big one. I didn't know if I was ever going to meet the love of my life before love.gov, but thankfully, to the surveillance state that the U.S. military is currently engaged in, I was able to find my one and true soulmate. Thank you, love.gov. All right, we're going to cap it off there for the end of the episode. I think we kind of ended that on a high note. That was a fun episode. That was really good. That was, I really enjoy hanging out with every single one of you each week. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning into the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/Askreddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Now remember, if you are listening to this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever else you get your podcast, please leave us a rating and also leave us a review. It helps out the show so much. Remember to check out my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube channel, Reddit Asks Us Podcast. I will get back to posting every day, but I haven't because I'm on vacation right now, which is whatever. I honestly don't even care that much. But the content's fun to watch and it's a good time. And then also please remember to join the subreddit r/Reddit Asks Us on Reddit, and you can participate with the new mega thread every single week, or you can post or do whatever you want that's Reddit Asks Us podcast related. And then I guess the last thing would be you can comment on this week's episode and I will read it out loud on the next week's following episode. So please go ahead and do that. I love each and every single one of you. Peace out. Love you. Goodbye.